جان مادر اللهشی الله جان اللهو 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 جان مادر اللهشی جان جان اللهو.
We have all seen the images of Afghanistan. Soldiers, weapons, crumbling buildings. Small children hiding behind their mothers' skirts, peering from behind broken fences and barbed wire. But there is another view of Afghanistan, one I know well, and one I'd like to share with you. UNICEF Canada is supporting the UNICEF program here, girls' education and maternal health. We want to do more, but given that most of the news in Canada these days coming out of Afghanistan is not that good, we've come here on mission to have a look at what's happening and to judge for ourselves whether security is going to allow us to work and support the UNICEF office. So far, I must say, in the first couple of days we've been here, the impression I get is despite insecurity, it's still possible to produce results in this country, so I'm quite encouraged. There is a desire for change, the hope of peace, where the soldier's gun is replaced by a student's pencil, where the sounds of war are replaced by voices of teachers and children, and where women are starting to return to their rightful place in the political and economic life of the country. Women like Dr. Malalai, the first female doctor for this community. More and more women are coming to see her to seek quality health care for themselves and their children. Students, families and educators in Afghanistan face very real barriers. Many communities are remote and difficult to access, especially now when security is so tight. Formal schools are few and far between, forcing children to travel many hours to go to school. Few families are willing to have their children take that risk, even though they understand that education is the key to a better future for their children, their community and their country. But the desire for education is there in Afghanistan. It is strong. Families want education for their children, and there is a great demand for schools, teachers and learning opportunities.
Very good.
With UNICEF as its primary partner, the Ministry of Education in Afghanistan has developed community-based schools. During my trip, I was able to visit a community-based school in a small mountain village. There, clustered on a rocky slope, simple houses nestled in the hillside, trees shading a small stream, donkeys, chickens, and just discernible, the sounds of children's voices coming from somewhere among the houses. Inside one home, in an upstairs room, we met a group of some 25 to 30 girls, each staring up at us curiously. The teacher at this school usually runs 2 classes a day, one in the morning for girls and another in the afternoon for boys. Students learn mathematics and languages, giving them the basic numeracy and literacy skills in this first step to their education. UNICEF provides training materials, basic classroom necessities like a blackboard, textbooks, pencils, exercise books and teaching tools. Local teachers participate and attend intensive training courses. The community provides a space, often a room in someone's home. This is just one of thousands of community-based schools that UNICEF is supporting across Afghanistan. From here, these children can attend school at the upper levels. These girls are furthering their education and are hoping to contribute to the future of their country. They want to become teachers, doctors and lawyers. One young woman even has dreams of becoming an engineer. When I asked her why, she responded, "Our people are poor. We have many problems. I want to help build schools and hospitals so that we can all be educated and healthy. I want to build roads so it is easier to travel. We need government and community buildings." When you see the desire of schoolgirls and boys for a good quality education and their aspirations for the future, when you witness the passion of community elders wanting education for all their children, there is no doubt about the critical need to provide support for education in Afghanistan. In Kandahar, I attended an education jirga, an assembly where 600 elders impressed upon the government how important it was to provide their children with an education. For each student, the hope of change, the hope of a new future, is rooted in their desire to learn. Unicef is finding creative ways of working and producing results throughout the country. And the best way to work is right at the community level. And these community-based schools are a great example of what can be achieved collaboratively. While insecurity certainly remains, there exists a determination on the part of Afghans to build a future for their children. Join us as we continue to establish schools throughout Afghanistan. Please help UNICEF provide children, especially girls, with a good quality education. Help us support them to fulfill their right to an education. For, without question, these children are the future of Afghanistan.
جان مادر الله شی الله